Good afternoon, good morning. This is Mark Johnson from Loyalty 360. Hope everyone's happy, safe, and well. Wanted to welcome you to another edition of our Loyalty Expo speaker preview series. In this series, we hear from the leading brands that will be part of this year's Loyalty Expo, which will be held in Charlotte, North Carolina from September 19th to the 21st. Today, we had the pleasure of speaking with Claudia Infante, who's the Senior Vice President of Revenue Strategy at Margaritaville. Claudia, how are you today?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you for having me. Another day of paradise in Margaritaville.
That's great. It's been a pleasure getting to know you over the last couple of weeks, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in person at the Loyalty Expo this year. Could you give us a brief overview of your role at Margaritaville, maybe a little bit of background about yourself?
Yeah, I've been around hospitality for over 25 years. Started in technology and reservations and kind of did the gamut of operations and revenue management and ultimately landed in strategy for the most part. I had a 10-year stint with Hard Rock International, where I oversaw revenue and distribution for their hotel division. And then almost 5 years now with Margaritaville, overseeing all revenue and data strategy for the company. So it's great to be here. Thank you for the invite, and looking forward to being in Charlotte. I've never been, so it's a check mark that I'm going to put on my bucket list.
Well, that's good. Charlotte's a very nice city. The hotel is beautiful, and getting to interact with hundreds of leaders like yourself and customer loyalty is one of the most enjoyable things I do on a yearly basis. So hopefully it's almost as much fun as kind of a Margaritaville cruise.
Looking forward to.
Good. So we would love to hear a bit more about your upcoming session at the Loyalty Expo. Customers Escape to Paradise with Margaritaville Perks. I know you've launched a new program. It's doing very well. Can you share us a brief overview of what you plan to present at the conference?
Yeah. So we've been thinking a lot about how do we want to bring some value to your audience in this conference, knowing that there's a lot of loyalty professionals that attend. And so what we want to do is really do a brief presentation about the steps we took to make sure that we were validating the love we feel for our consumers, because this program really is more about showing loyalty to our customers as much as they show loyalty to us. So this is almost for us is a little bit more of a payback of all the love. And for us, it really is it's a program that allows us to also expand our experience to customers that we may not know yet. Margaritaville is a very sentimental brand. It's a very much a feeling kind of brand, a feel good kind of brand. But not everybody has that background, right? Has that feeling of Margaritaville other than feeling the song. A lot of people don't even know we have hotels and homes and shoes and frozen shrimp. So it's more about the feeling, and how do we validate that feeling? How do we engage our consumers through that feeling? So that's what we expect to, and we hope to convey to your audience come September.
That's great. You do have a lot to offer. I know we have a feature coming up on you in an upcoming magazine as well. When you look at a few takeaways that brands could kind of glean from your session, what can attendees expect to learn?
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about the pre-work of having a loyalty plan and what that entails, a little bit of the planning of that loyalty program and how that comes to be. We want to talk a little bit about the data that drives the strategy for the program, and how that data needs to be not only gathered and consolidated, but also organized and dispersed through your organizations. And then we also want to talk about the KPIs. What results do you want to drive with your loyalty, and what are the expectations that you should have for your loyalty program? Last but not least, training and collaboration with your departments, right? Like, we can design the best possible program, but it is ultimately the front desk agents, the housekeepers, the people and the hotel and the people in the stores that ultimately drive the loyalty and the experience for our consumers. So there's quite a few learnings that we're kind of bottling up in this session for attendees.
Okay, great. When you look at the session, very comprehensive, how you design the program, how you are creating a very unique community, how you engage the internal audiences, a very comprehensive approach to how you design the program. Who do you think would most benefit from attending your conference session?
Margaritaville is a brand like no other in the sense that we have everything you can think of is probably branded Margaritaville, right? As I said, we have everything from homes to sandals. So I think if you are in the hospitality or entertainment industries, for sure you want to hear about Margaritaville and what we're doing in the loyalty space. But if you're in retail, it also works. If you are in consumer goods, it also works. If you are just in services, it also works. Ultimately, we are honing in on a emotional loyalty that drives our brand. And that in itself, I think, becomes more of a driver for consumers to look for our program rather than just the products that we sell. So I think anyone can walk away with a nugget of information and a nugget of knowledge that they could go back and work on their own.
Okay, great. Well, Claudia, thank you very much for taking the time to talk with us today. We look forward to meeting you in September, and very much looking forward to the conference session. Also, even looking forward to the article in the magazine coming up. So thank you very much again for taking the time.
Likewise. Thank you so much, guys, and look forward to seeing you soon.
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Looking forward to seeing you all in Charlotte in September. Have a wonderful day.